Alright, so today we're doing a Cons Arcade draft. Yay! And I have a guest host here, Mr. Tristan Killeen.
Hello.
A fan of the Eudaimonia local community. Check it out. And we're going to get to draft if Moto lets us, which is pretty exciting.
Icy Blast.
Icy Blast
That's
is
one of my favorite rares to open.
I think Icy Blast or
And
Sand
Citadel, yeah, those are our considerations
our only
here.
considerations. I think 5 color is kind of less draftable now, though.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to slam the blast.
There are also, like, 2 insane other cards in the, like, blue aggressive strategy here.
Yeah.
Jeskai, Wind Scout, and Force Away, and if we could table either one of those, it would be the best thing in the entire world.
Right. We should not stray away from blue because those are here, because that argument is silly.
Well, well, yeah.
I mean, there's a small chance we don't get a blue card.
What I'm saying is we might be able to table one.
I'm agreeing with you.
I think it's unlikely because the pack is pretty weak.
Yeah.
I think Jeskai, Wind Scout might be the third best card in this pack.
Yeah, I mean...
We're still just taking Icy Blast, I think.
Yeah, let's do that. My mouse is going crazy bananas.
Yeah. Over-under on number of errors committed by Neil's mouse this draft?
Definitely at...
I would take 2.
Like 1.5, right?
Alright, yeah. You want under 2? We'll see how it turns out.
I'm going to go on the under because I don't want to mess with the video, but we'll see.
Alright, so I think the best card in this pack...
There's a cancel. It's a blue card.
There is indeed a blue card. I think the best card on power level is Mardu Charm.
I agree with that.
It does kind of suck to start with a blue card and go into a triple colors that aren't blue spell, but I think we can get away from Icy Blast or Mardu Charm. The other options are Become Immense or Awaken or something.
Awaken's just better if you're playing like the Icy Blast deck, right?
Yeah,
although Become Immense being so cheap with Icy Blast is kind of a combo.
Yeah. I mean, like, Ice Feather Raven deck is unbeatable.
Yeah, I think we should take the Mardu Charm.
I agree. I think it leaves us more open to whatever might actually be open at this table.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a good chance that we'll get to play one of these 2 unbeatable cards.
Or both, if we're Luxac.
So I think we're now considering Ponyback Brigade or Thornwood Falls.
Or Ivan Flock.
Probably
not Ivan Flock.
I don't think Ivan Flock quite competes. If I were to take a blue card, I think I'd rather just take a tapped land.
Yeah. Ponyback's kind of really committing.
Yeah, I mean, it's great with Mardu Charm. They both synergize really well with Trumpet Blast or Rush of Battle.
Sure, they're both Mardu.
Yeah. And token generators.
The question is, like, which do we think of these is more powerful? I think Icy Blast is more powerful.
I do agree.
So I think taking the Thorn Falls leaves us more flexible, but it's a slightly less powerful card than this.
Yeah, I like taking a land if in doubt.
Yeah, I want to go with the Thorny Falls, but I could see taking the Ponyback here.
It's like not impossible that we'll end up in 5 colors.
True.
The Turtle.
The Turtle
makes his appearance
pretty
in this
gas.
pack. I think the selection might be Temur Chargé.
Over Big Butt McGee.
I guess it does enable Icy Blast. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, you Icy Blast and you attack, and you're like... yeah, but they stay tapped, so you get to attack next turn.
But your Ferocious is only enabled if you haven't attacked with the Turtle.
To be fair, you can attack, and the next turn it comes in, and you're like, before blocks,
Icy Blast
your team.
Yeah.
I think Temur Charger is just a better card.
I agree. I think Temur Charger is a great Magic card.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Synergizes with all the ways we have to flip it so far, which is
0.
Literally any other morph.
To be fair, now we have a blue, green, red, white, black card. So
yeah, we got there. Pick 4. We've got the 5th color.
It's pretty important, I would say.
All right, I think Mystique of the Hidden Way is the most powerful non-land card.
This is why I didn't want to take the Ponyback, because it's like,
yeah.
If we just take the Ponyback Brigade, now we're just like, we're all in on Mardu, but...
Yeah, also blue-green looks like it's going to be great in this draft arena.
It's just like more, like, it's harder for this pick to go wrong, right?
Right.
Which is why we took it.
Like, even if we were somehow ended up in a deck that played Mardu Charm, there's a good chance we'd also be playing Thornwood Falls.
Yep. Agree with that. Well, this has great art.
Oh, also a big upside is that Mardu Charm really costs 3, which means that we actually get a 3-drop pile that we can put our morphs into if we want to.
Agree with that. Do you think they purposely put little wings as the Mardu symbol because the Mockingjay movie's coming out? You know, I think they might have planned that.
I think it's beyond undoubtedly true.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to take Blossoming Sands, Chief of Scale, which is super late?
Yeah, it's a very late Chief of the Scale.
Or Stubborn.
I do not want to take Stubborn Denial. I think that the next best contender would be Throttly. Well, it's got an E on it. You don't just not pronounce a letter.
I kind of want to take Chief, just because it's absurdly
late.
Yeah,
the power level on that card's insane.
It's like pretty unfortunate if we have to give up these 4 blue-green cards. But like, if we just get like a Chief of the Engine X, we're going to feel really stupid for not taking the Chief of the Scale.
I think that this is kind of a signal. Also, we can, like, because we've just picked mono unbeatable cards, we can just get away from a few of them, because our deck is going to be mono unbeatable cards anyway.
It is good to note that even though they're mono unbeatable, they're not very good together. Like in a 5-color deck,
all of these
like
cards are
aggressive.
Except for Icy Blast. All of these cards are pretty bad in 5 colors.
Yeah, exactly.
and Mystic Thinway. Mystic Thinway.
So we kind of just have 2 decks.
Yeah, we've got half of 2 decks, so this is great because you get to play one and then I get to play one.
I was gonna say it's really good for like a sealed GP. Yeah, you just switch it up.
Sideboard into the other one.
Exactly.
Ooh, hello.
We have such a choice here. There's like a Woolly Loxodon and a Woolly Loxodon. I also like Salty Scavenger.
Yeah, Salty Scavenger is quite good here.
It's like pretty... It's unfortunate there's like black and green cards.
Yeah, so we get to decide basically... Also a black-green land. Like, that's very annoying.
To be fair, we couldn't have a card that overlapped because, I mean, they're literally the opposite colors. I think... I mean, there's 2 Woolly Loxodons in the pack. Is that more of a sign? But this card's also really good.
Well, I mean, we know there wasn't a foil Salty Scavenger.
That's true. I'm leaning towards this for some reason.
I think I would select the Woolly Loxodon, but I've been down on Salty Scavenger.
All right. I only took it because Chief seemed later. And so it seems like Warriors might be more open.
You are obviously a wizard. There's a Warrior, a Rush of Battle, and then a Fixing for Mardu, and 2 other cards that go in that deck.
Yeah, I think it's best to just cut the Warrior. Yeah. Because we don't want to pass those. Plus, if we just end up black-white splash Mardu Charm, like, just having the early drops is really
also,
important.
you just really can't go wrong by picking 2 drops in this format.
Yeah.
That's, like... Ooh. Alright, we did
Force Away. That's pretty insane.
Yeah, that's obviously insane.
This card's also pretty good, but it's not great in Warriors.
It's pretty bad in Warriors, actually. It's very underwhelming.
So we could hedge and take Force Away. Divine Strike's not bad, also. But it's not great.
It can get very good.
Pretty sweet with Chief.
It's obviously absurd with Seeker of the Way if we could pick one of those up.
Yeah. And even the Jeskai Student. Unfortunately not a Warrior.
But Seeker of the Way is.
I'm going to take the Force Away.
Yeah, I think the card is just too high power to pass here.
But...
Ooh, alright, take up arms. I'll allow it.
We'll just keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
Bottom of Spring, I think.
Well,
is not great. Well, you like this card in Blue-Green Warriors? Or Blue-Green Jin Monks?
Yeah. I mean, Ben is high.
To be fair, this card is only good in like Sultai or Temur or Rampant,
right.
And that's not really what this deck does.
Yeah, it's possible that we will play Sultai, though, with like Sultai Scavenger or whatever.
Yeah, we just seem pretty aggressive.
Yeah,
that's the only reason we want this guy.
I need to play with that card more. I haven't really gotten the opportunity to.
He's good with Bear Punches.
He's obviously insane with Bear Punches. Also great with Icy Blast.
Definitely.
It's like a fantastic Wombination combination.
I'm just going to take the sideboard card.
Sure.
And never look at it again.
Yeah, we could side it in.
Our deck is beyond confused.
Our deck is having some serious identity issues, yeah.
We have a pretty sweet blue-green deck and a pretty sweet Mardu deck.
Yeah.
We have 5 Mardu cards, and this card kind of stinks, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, it's like either way. I feel like the Mardu deck's going to be more open because we spent more early picks on the blue-green deck.
Right. We wheeled cards out in Mardu that were kind of
Although we wheeled the Force Away.
Yeah, so also, there's a very good chance that we'll have a good pack 2 for blue-green and a good pack 3 for Mardu.
Which is bad.
Yeah, obviously that's awful.
We have to like figure out which way to go.
We're going to need to resolve our identity crises.
Probably just open High Sentinels of Barashin.
I would recommend doing that, yeah.
And then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, High Sentinels would be good. You know what's obviously going to happen is we're going to open like an Abzan card or something just awful like that. We're going to open Doom Blast. It's going to happen.
I mean, we could just splash that in...
Yeah, I'd be in either deck.
Yeah, probably.
Just, I mean, if you get a Dune Blast, you should probably play it.
We're close to 5-color aggro.
1,000 wins!
And no Alpha Host! No! Well, this card's just so good.
Yeah, 1,000 wins
we just have to
is
slam
so
it.
absurd.
I'm just going to hide
Just
this.
insane against Alabaster Karen as well. They're like attack you with it all, and you're like, flip up, bounce those guys, eat that guy.
Pew pew. And that's why we took the Force Away.
Yeah.
We now look like wizards.
Also, 1,000 wins, insane combo with Icy Blast. You just like flip it up, bounce your team, and they're like, alright, replay my team, and you're like, Icy Blast, and they're like, ah! Alright, there's an
How does that go again?
I'm sure I don't know. Okay, so there's Tuskar Capitan.
This card's insane.
Yeah, Tuskar Capitan is
Arc Lightning would be good if we open an absurd Mardu card.
There's a good chance that we can wheel maybe the Loxodon or the Crippling Chill.
Alpine Grizzly.
Alpine Grizzly would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Snowhorn Ridra, which we could Splasherino.
Yeah, we want to get a little bit more reach in our deck, but just having an Icy Blast is so nice.
Yeah, if you want to get reach, you want Long Shot Squad. Tuskar Captain is for triple.
Also, Crippling Chill is pretty good at generating reach.
Yeah.
By freezing the creature.
It's also possible we could end up in a light Sultai Splash if we could wield the Soothsayer. There's like 5 great cards to table out of that pack, so
definitely.
Whatever happens, we're going to be pretty excited when that comes back around.
Definitely won't be Sultai.
Yeah.
Although we might be.
We might be so far. Our sodium content will remain safely low.
Meanwhile, there's just a Sidisi pack to look at. I can't even...
Yeah, do you know you can middle mouse button to zoom in on that?
I literally am clicking my middle mouse button. Can't... It's not working.
Can you middle mouse to zoom in on a card?
No.
Okay, so your middle mouse button is broken.
Nice. Although if you click both at once, isn't that supposed to... Chief of the Edge? That's no fun.
That is obviously very annoying.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit late for us to try that.
I'm not going to move. But yeah. So our question here is really Alpine Grizzly or Snowhorn Rider, I think.
I think Alpine Grizzly is just the safest selection.
Yeah, it's just also really good in the deck.
Yeah.
It enables Ferocious. It combos with Savage Punch, which makes no sense.
If it ever wakes up, it's great.
Yeah, I agree with that. Speaking of which, we do kind of want some.
We want to wake up some bears.
Awakenings. Yeah, for sure.
I would also accept 1 incremental growth, please.
You know, that card's fine, but...
It's great with Mystic of the Hidden Way, Thousand Winds, Tuskguard Captain, Whirlwind Adept.
It's really good with these guys, the Tuskguard Captain cycle. Like, if you just have the Battle Priest in play and suddenly your whole team has lifelink and you can never lose, that's insane.
I've done it. Or
like your whole team gets Death Touch, your First Strike, whatever. Trample's pretty good too. Trample with counters.
Done it with the High Sentinels of Ration out. That was pretty good.
That's disgusting.
All right, there are 4 great cards for us here. I think the selection is probably Force Away. It's the least replaceable effect of this pack.
How have you been feeling about Jeskai Elder?
I'm not as high on that card as a lot of other people are. I feel
I used to like it a lot. Yeah. But it's kind of, they can just call you, and then you have to like...
Yeah, they're just like calling, you're like...
All right,
yeah.
You have to use your Crippling Chill to kill their blocker.
Yeah, it just feels very bad, or you're like, okay, I'll waste my turn to Weave Fate or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty on board. I want to take Force Away. So
I think Force Away is...
It's also nice to get rid of extra lands when you have like a Grizzly in play.
We have a lot of Ferocious in this deck.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Also, another excellent combo with Whirlwind Adept.
Also, Force Away with Temur Charger, like, if you need to push through the last 2 points of damage, you just, like, attack, they make their blocks, you bounce one of them, give your big guy trample.
That's obviously absurd,
That's really good.
That's a great interaction.
I pulled that one off with the Snowhorn Rider before.
Yeah, I had a Bant deck before.
What? I am not salty about that at all! What pick is this? 5th?
Yeah.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20? Fifth pick foil, 1,000 wins?
Also, I'd like to note that there are charms in our 2 off-color clans.
This is ridiculous.
There's Hooting Mandrills. Like, this is absurd.
It's like a monocolored card. It's unbeatable. Yeah. Like, also you can loop your 1,000 wins, like, more 1,000 wins.
Oh my god, you can just keep
bouncing.
They can never tap another creature. There's an Alabaster Kieran in this pack. We can set up the trap.
That's the Dirtle Elemental combo.
Yeah.
Instead of the Dirtle Turtle combo.
Yeah. Oh my god, you can just do it with Dirtle Turtle to flip up 1,000 wins, bounce your own tap Dirtle Turtle back, and then you can play it again, and that way it does attack like every turn. Wait, no, it doesn't help.
It's a reasonable way to trigger raid, I guess. Yeah, attack with it.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Bounce it to your hand, replay it, and then play a raid creature when you have 14 mana in play.
I think, yeah, it's a great line when you have 14 mana in play.
Because when it comes back in, it doesn't trigger raid.
Or you attack with your 2,000 wins, and your opponent like casts Blinding Spray or whatever, and you're like, oh no. So you just flip up both 1,000 wins to bounce each other back home.
I do kind of like Blinding Spray. It's kind of Cryptic Command.
Cryptic Command, that's what Lilin calls it. It's.
I think that's. I kind of want to take Become Immense. We don't have any.
We are very trick light right now, and this is a deck that functions best when it's trick heavy.
If you just flip this up and attack for 11, that's pretty good. Or Mystic of the Hidden Way, extra 6 damage out of nowhere. Yeah, I think that's pretty good, and it combos nicely with Icy Blast.
And there are a bunch of big dumb dorks in here, which our deck already has its share of by this point in the draft.
We do want to like keep prioritizing creatures, but I think we want like this, a couple Weakness Spells, and also all the cards we could table right now are creatures, right? So
everything we're expecting to come back. We have 2 Crippling Chills that we're trying to float, but other than that, it's all creatures.
And just Glacial Stalker is just not that exciting.
It's
fine.
It's very boring in this deck for sure. Force Away.
I think this is actually close between Force Away and
Abomination of Google.
Yeah, I don't want to go out of our way.
I'm not interested in splashing it either because the power level of our deck is so high that we don't need to try and get more power by sacrificing our consistency.
I feel like we're going to trade off a lot with our opponent because we're aggressive, at which point Treasure Cruise is really good. Yeah. And this card gets worse in multiples because it's just a tempo card, right?
If you have 2 Force Aways in your hand, it's much worse than Force Away Creature.
Right.
So you're looking to have them in your deck, but you're not looking to have too many.
Yeah, and I think like 2 is a pretty good number.
Also, once you've shown 1 Force Away to your opponent, the rest of your Force Aways get a lot worse. So the first one is by far the best.
I think Treasure Cruise is going to be sweet here.
Yeah.
Scaldkin, Kintree Warden,
Swiftwater Cliffs. I think I'd be tempted to just take the lead here. There's a decent chance that we'll end up picking up
this card's also
one of the Teamer Charms on the wheel.
Just not good.
It's not exciting in this deck. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Kintree Warden's
also
much better in a deck that wants to block.
It's much better if our deck had like 3 Secret Plans, which is in color. Alright, I think we should just take Cancel.
Yeah, good board card.
It's great out of the board.
Don't think we are going to play a Tranquil Cove.
It's also possible that we might just main deck Cancel. It's not the worst thing I ever heard. It's possible we won't. Okay, so we did wheel both the Sultai Soothsayer and the Snowhorn Rider. I think we want to take the Snowhorn Rider. Yeah, I think that this deck is looking to be more aggressive and
it also have the 2 Force Aways that we're talking about. It triggers Icy Blast. It's great with becoming
Snowhorn Rider is just absurd with Force Away. Yeah, you just bounce their blocker and just trample over the rest.
Just cut the Trumpet Blast for racing purposes.
Yeah, I believe we're going to lose the game more often to Trumpet Blast than Rakshasa's Secret there.
Alright. Hopefully we don't lose to Rakshasa's Secret now. That would be
a I would take the red card out of this pack, I think.
Kind of want to take Plains.
Yeah.
By that, it just doesn't matter. It's pretty much what I'm saying. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon.
We have that card's even an uncommon. That means you can get like an extra cent for it.
That's just not even true on Moto. I wish it were true.
It's definitely true at our local store. It's a big consideration when you're getting your last pick to just, if there's an uncommon, grab that one. So you get a cent for each uncommon.
That's definitely
But only a tenth of a cent for each common.
That's right. That's way, way more.
It's like at least 3 times more.
A tenth of a cent versus a cent? I can't even do the math.
I'm neither. It's very difficult.
I agree with at least 3 times better. Maybe up to like 10.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
I'm just guessing.
No, yeah, it's a good guess. I think we might need some comments to help us sort this out.
It's true.
Okay.
There is
this is kind of a whiff.
Ikerman Table of the Growth.
I think we should select that card.
There's literally no cards in the back.
Yeah, also our deck is, it has Snowhorn Rider, 1000 Winds, Mystic the Hidden Way, Whirlwind Adept, Tuskguard Captain, all of which are great with incremental growth.
Agree with that.
All of our creatures love incremental growth, basically. Also, our mana base is looking like it's going to be pretty solid. We're going to be either 2 colors with a light splash or just straight 2 colors. Right. Double green on turn 5 is not going to be an issue.
I think we're probably going to be 3 colors. I think really just playing Saltwater Cliffs and just having Snowhorn Rider in your deck.
Yeah, it's not...
It's like a morph that you're going to sometimes flip up.
Alright. Now, hear me out. We could abandon it all, play 39 Swamps, 1 Empty the Pits, and just discard until you find the Empty the Pits, and then you just cast it.
But if you just play a land every turn, it's pretty much the
same.
Oh,
no! That is not a combo. Tilt. Alright.
I'm going to take Smoke Teller.
Yeah, I think you should take the 2 drop.
Which is a giant joke as a second pick, but sometimes you get second pick Smoke Tellers and 5th pick 1000 Winds, so
yeah,
you can't really complain.
Also, I did say that pack 2 would be good for blue-green and pack 3 would be good for...
Pine Walker. That one's pretty great.
Dragon Scallyboon is also something that this deck would like.
Yes, but I think we have enough tricks at this point, and we want creatures. We have 10 creatures, and we have like 6 tricks, which is 5 or 6 tricks.
Yeah, given if we count Force Away as a trick, which it probably is in this deck. I would take Pine Walker as well.
Yeah, that card's just great. We're not on the Secret Plans Ivan Flock deck. That one's nice. You just start going off.
Pine Walker is pretty much Dragon Scale Boon, except for itself. Alright. So this
is actually really close. There's Dragon Scale Boon, Glacial Stock, and Highland Game, and there's definitely merits to all of them.
Yeah.
We just don't have that many creatures right now. I kind of just want the 2 drop.
Yeah, Highland Game.
Also, let me sort my... Right now, it's a little bit confused because...
Okay, so our curve is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That being said, curving 2 drop into 3 drop is a lot better than curving 3 drop into 4 drop.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we just want to take Highland Game.
I agree. There's like 2 boons then that we can wheel. We'll probably get like...
I also just want creatures with incremental growth.
We have an expectation to get back like 0.75 boons out of these 2 packs.
Yeah, I think we want exactly 1.
Yeah, I would definitely play the first one, and I would probably not play the second one.
Yeah, also, unless we need playables, then we would play a second.
Obviously, but I don't think we're going to need playables. I think we should move a 3-drop to the bottom of this pile so that Moto doesn't ever get confused.
That is silly.
Alright, Temer Chargeret is
Windmill Slam.
Beautiful, beautiful card here.
Yes.
Our deck is just super happy to have this joining it.
Usually you don't horse run too much with this card, you just play it as a 2-drop. Yeah.
But sometimes
if you draw late game, then the trample comes in, you know?
Ooh.
Could rare draft Nugan's Nexus.
It's a mythic rare.
Yeah, I'm going to take our 2-drop.
That's probably worth at least, like, 0.1 ticks.
This is probably worth 0.1 ticks because it's probably contributes to our win percentage.
It's probably yeah, exactly. Just the fact that because we are kind of scavenging for the last 3 playables here.
I think we have a good number of creatures now, so now we just want a couple tricks.
Yeah, I would very much value the treasure or the Dragon Scale boon now.
Like if I knew we were going to get multiple 3-drops in a row, then I would want the Dragon Scale boon. But it's just like hard to predict that, you know.
All right, I'd take the Grey Ogre.
Yeah, this card is loose, but do what we got to do.
All right, Cryptic Command or Weave Fate.
I think Cryptic Command.
Yeah,
if we're racing, it's fine.
It's insane in racing situations. It's just great with Whirlwind Adept.
We can also just like stall at the board and then attack with everything, and then any trade just goes our way.
Yeah. Also, I need to play with this card more because I don't know what it does.
I've just never played with it.
All right, I would take another Grey Ogre.
Yeah, this one's much better than
Saga Archer. Yeah, so it's got 2 more power for the same flippy flip cost.
Sad that our Alpine Grizzly is not going to be the best Alpine Grizzly we've ever seen, but
I mean, we do have still like 3 ferocious cards. Blinding Spray is pretty much a ferocious card as well. All right. I would select a Grey Ogre.
I think I want to take Smite the Monstrous.
You think it's going to be good against us?
Yeah, like we just have guys, and they're.
It is extremely good against Become Immense.
Yeah, Become Immense, 1,000 wins. All these guys are enormous, and we don't want them to die.
All right. Yeah.
So I'm just not going to play a Kintry Warden, so might as well hate. I think we want to take Dragon Throne. It's pretty good anytime they're slow.
It is great in that situation.
Flood the board. Also, it's be better than Secret Plans, although we do have, 2 Teamer Chargers?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's like almost good enough.
10 morphs.
I think Dragon Throne's better.
I would take Secret Plans, I think. Yeah.
All right.
We do have a lot of morphs here.
And we might play it just because they're 2/3s.
Yeah, just 2 mana, 2/3.
The only thing I don't like about this card in our deck is most of our morphs are expensive to flip up. So, it's not going to generate you that much advantage.
We do have 2 Teamer Chargers, which flip up for free.
That's insane.
We have Mystic of the Hidden Way, which flips up for cheapsies.
Yeah, that's great.
And then we have ones that are expensive right now.
I'm just going to cut this.
Yeah, sure.
I could take a Tusk Colossus and play it, but I don't really want to.
I'm in to just take the Salty Seeds there. Azkaban Banner. Oh man, good thing we got the Lens of Clarity out of here. It's so good against Secret Plans. Alright, so we have to remove 1 card from this delightful pile.
I think it's probably going to be Whirlwind Adept. We don't have any fighting spells.
I think that Whirlwind Adept is it's reasonable to cut. It would be a lot better if we had an Awaken. It is very good with Become Immense. It's very good with Icy Blast. It's very good with Force Away. We do have...
fine with Blinding Spray.
Yeah, I really just want to play with Blinding Spray as well. It might not be an optimal choice, but I'd like to learn that.
No, I think this deck's fine for it.
Yeah.
The real question is...
We could just cut the Secret Plans. I mean, but I think it is good. We do have 10 morphs.
We just have a lot of morphs. It's fine that they're 2/3s, right?
Yeah.
They just win the morph game. We get to attack a bit.
Also, you're probably going to draw 2 cards off it over the course of the game, if you draw it.
Also, we have... These guys cost 7 to flip up. This guy costs 5 to flip up. This one costs 5 to flip up. This costs 5 to flip up. We have incremental growth. This costs 5 to flip up. We probably want to play 18 lands, right?
You want to cut 2 cards then?
I definitely want to cut this card.
I'm into cut Whirlwind Adept. I agree. Yeah. I think that it's sad because it's our only 5-drop that doesn't do double duty as a 3-drop.
That's not a problem, though. It's just not flexible. And it's just not that powerful. If we had, let's say we had 2 or 3 Savage Punches, I don't think I would want to cut it.
Right. So we have, 10 morphs.
The fact that we have such a good curve here on 3s makes me say, maybe 17 is fine. But we also just, all of them are so expensive to flip up.
Yeah, I mean, so Force Away loots, which is, it makes flooding out less of an issue, provided we get at least 1 creature with Power Forward Raider out, of which we have many.
Secret Plans helps us not flood out so much.
Secret Plans also helps.
Is pretty good against that.
Yeah.
Incremental Growth, Treasure Cruise. The problem is all the cards are really good.
Yeah, I do think we should probably cut one for
But we could probably cut, I think, a Sagu Archer.
I'm going to cut a Sagu Archer, yeah. It's not like our Secret Plans is putting that much tax on our deck.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So we're going down to 9 morphs. I think Secret Plans is still highly playable in 9 morphs.
Our other option is cutting Snowhorn Rider and Swiftwater Cliffs. I don't really want to play a Mountain, and so it's literally just going to be a 2/2. So having the option to have a 2/5 is maybe better. And one more land comes into play untapped.
It's possible, but I mean, you know how this format goes where, you've drawn 75 or 80% of your deck by the end of the game, right? And
I agree, but just, this card is not going to flip up very often unless we include a Mountain, I think.
Okay. I'm into cut it in the cliffs, sure.
It'll just make more lands come into play untapped.
Again, the power level of our deck is already very high, so Snowhorn Rider is a card that increases the power of our deck and reduces the consistency, which is probably something we should try and avoid.
And we need, like, our 7th land.
Our 7th land is important, yeah.
So it's kind of funny. Alright, I think this is fine.
Yeah, I like this deck.
We get one, I guess, an extra green instead of blue.
So you're looking for, like, 10-9 or whatever?
Yeah, 10-9.
I'll let. Yeah, Tuskar Captain is also a secretly double green card.
Yeah, because you want to
outlast you, but it is,
yeah. Alright, cool.
Great. Deck is excellent.
Would we like to play first?
I think we would like to play first, yeah.
Alright.
Oh, what a beautiful hand.
It's like almost keepable.
That's pretty close.
I think we should mulligan. We have just no pressure. And Force Away is really bad without pressure.
Yeah.
We just literally need one other card.
Hello and good luck. Oh, so nice. You too.
Alright, I'm gonna mulligan, I think.
I'm so sad.
I know, I hate mulliganing.
Like,
Tilt.
I think we probably mulligan this.
Yeah, there's just...
Although, if there's a land in, like, the top 2 cards of our deck...
It's just not even good, though. Like, it's just like, you're playing 2-1s.
That's true.
It's like you have a high-risk scenario where you're not even going to pay off to do so.
Let's hope our opponent mulligans as well. As we always hope.
We secretly always hope it, but we can definitely say it on video. Never be in person and be like, I really hope you mulligan now.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible.
Unless the person is your friend, and then you can just do 6, 6, 5, 5, tilt.
Alright.
Can we have our opener back?
Yeah, I agree.
I think we probably should be mulliganing this as well.
Go to 4?
Yeah, I think 4 is better than this.
If we just literally draw all lands, I think we could win.
Yeah.
Is that... I mean, if we literally draw all lands, I think we can win, so maybe we should keep on 5. Because our hand's actually powerful. We have to get lucky to win anyways. Like, is an average 4 going to be better than this? I'm not really convinced. Like, what if our average 4 is like Forest, Island, Smoke Tower, Highland game? That's obviously a snap keep, but it's just not even very powerful.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I'm going to keep this.
Also, our deck just kind of needs raw cards. At least this, like, probably does something.
Our opponent's so nice. He's frowny face.
Yeah, he's sad face.
Secretly, he's pretty happy.
Yeah.
Alright. That's a great video we're making.
Yeah.
I still think the first hand was a mole. Like, an average 6 is just so much better.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very sad now.
We just needed one different card, and the hand's pretty good.
Yeah.
More Farino.
Alright, this is about as good as we can expect. Alright, that was a fantastic top deck.
I mean, that or land would have been great.
Island would have been the second best top deck, yeah.
We're getting closer to cruising every time we...
Yeah, if we can make a trade here. Alright, Alabaster Kieran, great, we've got him tarped.
What do we think this is?
I
would attacking, so it's a 5
Yeah, I think it's a 5 flip. I would not be surprised if it was...
War Behemoth or...
War Behemoth, Ponyback Brigade, Crummer Bondkin, Tilt. I would not attack.
This is going to be a hard one to win, I would say.
Alright, so it could be Abzan Guido.
Yeah, for sure.
It could also be...
It's kind of annoying because we, like...
I think we're supposed to block.
If we wait to block, though, we can morph something else and then double block.
So double blocking does beat the Abzan Guide.
And the Crummer Bondkin doesn't beat War Behemoth.
It gets wrecked by War Behemoth.
I'm not going to block. I don't think...
Hopefully it just flips up Abzan Guide.
Yeah, we double block it next turn.
Yeah.
Just going to play something else here.
So do you want to play a Morph or Tuskar Capitan?
A Morph, because I think we want to double block and trade.
He's aggressively further mulliganing us.
Every time they cast this card, I feel like I can never win.
Yeah, me too.
It's just so good.
Unless they were at 2 or less.
Yeah, I have been in this scenario where you're like, wow, I can dig out of this, but I can't cast this Bitter Revelation because I'm at 1 life.
Yeah.
I usually like having exactly 1 of these in my decks.
I agree.
Sometimes you have 2 and it's just like kind of awkward.
You've got a like double Bitter Revelation hand, you just feel very bad.
Like, well, I'm at 16.
Yeah.
Start of the game. He's taking on how best to destroy us.
Yeah, he's either got 4 great cards or 4 terrible cards.
We'll soon find out.
I mean, will we find out? We'll probably have to click a button before we find out.
Moto just randomly puts the graveyard somewhere now.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll stack it right here.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
It's kind of annoying that it's over the...
You can shrink it down, but it's... Alright, Hardened Scales, Rite of the Serpent.
So he's probably very all in on...
Killerinaing us. Yeah. Alright, that was the best top deck we could have.
Perfect. Saga Archer. We already have another one.
Yeah, I like... So if we're going to try and double block, we should put a very low value morph down. Our lowest value morph is Saga Archer.
Yeah, it would be one of our highest value because he has this Alabaster Cave, but we already have another.
We have a second one. B, we can like never flip it up.
If we didn't have the second one, I would morph Glacial Stalker.
I think I agree. All right, so our opponent is heroically...
He doesn't even want to trade,
yeah.
It looks like.
That's very good for us. That's not very good for
my
us.
Buttons!
That's very bad for us.
That's very bad for us. Okay. I think we have to double block. It's like pretty bad, but...
So, if we wait a turn, we get to double block into his open mana with 2 morphs. That's not even better.
It's just not even better.
Yeah.
Like, he gets a flyer, but our second side
we're obviously like 8 billion years behind here.
Yeah, we're like 2% to win this game.
Kamar Bondkin.
Alright, we had the read.
Yeah.
I like how we just thought this turn was not going to be that bad for us, and then
our opponent played Abzan Ascendancy.
The worst possible. That's really good.
That was a fantastic top deck.
He literally has 4 blanks in hand, like 4 lands, and we rip out of this. Like...
Or if you Rakshasa secrets us twice, we get Treasure Cruise.
Yeah, but we don't have the Saga Archer. Although we could Treasure Cruise into 1,000 Winds, that would be good.
That would be very good.
I'm going to block this Morph and then probably instantly lose the game.
Yeah, we can't just not block the Morph here.
Anything beats us. Except another Kumar Bonkin.
True facts.
Oh,
no, Abzan Guido. Yeah, that is a massive, massive tilt.
It's not really that tilting. I mean, we just literally can never be anything. I'm going to concede. I don't want to show anything else.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, yeah, you could also just have 6, but it's the same thing. Okay, so our opponent showed us Kumar Bondkin, Abzan Guide, Abzan Ascendancy, Bitter Revelation, Ride of the Serpent, Hardened Scales, no Tri-lands or Dual lands.
Yeah, I think we just want to beat him down, right? Like, Force Away is great against his plan of morphing and morphing.
So the sideboard plan I'm considering is bringing in Snowhorn Swiftwater. That beats Abzan Guide. It doesn't beat it.
I think a lot of our morphs already beat Abzan Guide.
That's true.
Cyber Archer, Pine Walker, we have 1,000 Winds, we have Glacial Stalker. All of them are really
How good are our 2-drops against his deck, though?
Good. I mean, he has a lot of morphs. Like, his plan is to morph them, so if we just get to attack for 4 to 6 damage,
that's
2-drops, that's great. And we're on the play.
Secret Plans is going to do a lot of work in this matchup.
I'm keeping this. Like I said, if we had one different card.
Like this gets to cast a morph and then it gets to Force Away.
The hand's still awful, but
it has a plan on turn 3, turn 4, and turn 5. It's definitely
I mean, I don't think we want to do this right away, but it's an option.
Who knows?
Probably just draw a 2-drop and then our hand's great.
Yeah, we're gonna draw Tiber Charger. All right, Tiber Charger is no longer good. Oh, good land. That's just what I wanted to draw.
It'd be nice if we had a playable hand, ever. But, yeah. It's probably because we have 2,000 Winds in our deck. Motor decided just that...
Yeah, Worth is just here and just viciously destroying us.
I found that when I have unplayable decks, I never lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
We're going to hardcast Treasure Cruise this game. It's going to be a delight. At least we have enough lands to flip up 1,000 Winds.
Yeah. Like, any spell we draw, we can cast.
Like, if we never draw another land, this is actually fine.
This is great if we never draw another land. I'd like to draw Secret Plans.
That'd be a pretty good one.
Then we start getting some velocity through our deck.
This has a lot of value against just him wasting all this mana.
Yeah, we get to just, like, block, flip up, and then we get to wait for him to outlast a few more times. Oh, hello.
Alright.
Hopefully
he does not kill it.
Yeah. We did pass 2 late debilitating injuries, which could be in his deck.
The fact that, like... So if this didn't have the flip-up clause, I just wouldn't play it right now, but that's the whole point of the card, so...
Yeah.
I kind of have to morph it.
There's an argument for just waiting and casting Mahmoudijin on turn 6.
I agree, but I just don't think, like... I think the value of being able to flip it up later is going to be so... Like, we're already behind.
Also, literally, it only dies to debilitating injury in this spot.
Alright, that's excellent for us.
That, yeah.
In the sense that, like, he didn't kill our guy.
Yeah.
Alright, this is fine. I'm just going to pass.
Yeah, I like passing.
Seeing as we can't attack.
We definitely can't attack. 2/6 Death Touch is quite good. Luckily, his guys are low power. We can take.
And also, like him outlasting, like 1,000 Winds is so good against outlast. So he just like powers those guys up, and then we just kind of get him.
He'll never see it coming. All right, so our opponent has another morph. The morphs we saw last game, Kumar Bondkin and Abzan Guide. Opponent is notably missing his white.
Yeah, I think this is great for us because eventually he's just going to start attacking us.
Alright, Cryptic Command is absurd against Merrick Nightblade.
Yeah, I agree. And I guess pass.
Yeah.
Hopefully he just outlasts both his creatures. We can unflip and just bash for 1,000,000.
Get him. If this is debilitating injury on our morph, I'm going to be so sad.
I'm going to force away it.
Yeah.
Just play a Mahamodi Jin. Alright. It's a lot of Merrick Nightblades.
Yeah.
No wonder he has Abs and Ascendancy.
Yeah, I think he probably put Abs and Ascendancy in his deck because of Merrick Nightblade.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that could possibly make sense.
I think flipping up for one guy is not enough value.
Yeah, I don't think that's playable.
Hopefully he just outlasts all his creatures this turn.
Yeah, that would be insane for us.
And just get him EOT.
Yeah, if he attacks with his morph, we should not block.
Alright, this is great.
Oh. Oh! Is Nightblade just doing a little dance?
Maybe he's deciding if he wants to,
I would definitely not block.
The best possible thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to
So, yeah, if we block, we're encouraging him to force, we're forcing the flip up.
Yeah, I think it's a Kumar Bondkin because he's thinking about attacking.
Yeah.
We just take this.
Obviously, we're taking any attack.
Then he'll...
Please.
Tap your creatures!
Just right-click, tap, attack it all. Oh, there it is. Alright.
Alright, so he does this, we take it, and then he outlasts everything?
Yeah, I would tango out the block for a bit here. I put Saga Archer in front.
That's really smart. And then take it away.
Now I pull it back. Alright.
I like it.
Yeah.
Tilt.
He's just flipping up Kumar Bondkin. I'm on life tilt.
Yeah, that's awful.
I'll just bounce it.
Yeah, that's fine. What he'll do next turn then is morph it and then...
Or just hard cast it. This is pretty unplayable, actually.
This is so annoying.
I think we should probably just use one of our force ways, unless we're planning on flipping up for 0, for just bouncing it.
I agree. I can't believe he made that line.
Yeah, that line's just so bad. Well,
it's obviously good against 1,000 wins, but like... Come on. Like, he got to deal us 2 damage, and then he just gets blown up by force away?
Yeah.
I'm not going to play anything.
You don't want to play forced?
No, like, what if he has a Rakshasa secret, right?
That's true. Although we do get to set up flip up force away in 2 turns.
Yeah, I agree, but I think... And also, he's just black, so you could have, like, discard 1s.
I mean, if he has discard 1, it doesn't change anything. Told you, he can't even triple out last unless he plays a black source or a card, a land. Maybe he knows. Maybe he's one of the people that passed the 1,000 wins.
Maybe. I mean, this is pretty suspicious at this point, but our hand's just also awful. Alright, I think it's time to...
Yeah, 2 is fine. Also, we got to force away with a loot next turn.
Yeah, he didn't even attack us. That's a big tilt he didn't attack us.
I agree with it's a big tilt, yeah. At least it's the foil one. The foil one is the one we got past.
Get in there.
So I like blocking the morph next turn.
Then he flips up when you're Blinding Spray?
He flips, yeah, if he attacks with both, we get to Force Away or Blinding Spray.
And he doesn't get a Merrick Nightblade. Alright, well I'm going to Force Away that.
Yeah, I think we should just bring it home.
And we get to loot.
We can loot it away as well, the value. Oh, we don't actually get to loot.
Oh yeah, because it's not actually, never mind. It's not still in play.
That's an interesting one. That's a rules question that I've seen before and I've had to answer, but I'd never thought it was actually going to be relevant.
I think we want to just morph it and then...
Bounce again?
Bounce again, probably?
Yeah. What would be sick is if we could draw like Team Recharge. Oh my god. We can fake him out, dude.
1, 2, 3...
Regrettably, we can't flip up Team Recharger.
We don't have... Do we have,
Double morph mana?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not...
So we don't have morph flip
So we
mana.
just morph Team Recharge this turn. So attack, and then morph Team Recharger.
Yeah, and then play our land so that we can set up having 1,000 wins next turn, right?
Yeah. And we have Blinding Spray up, which is nice. And he might kill this one, which is great.
Yeah, if he just, like, kills it, we're so far ahead.
Yep.
He does have 8 cards in hand. 7 cards.
That's a lot of cards, but we bounced a lot of them.
Yeah, so one of them is Narrak Nightblade. One of them is Stone Ancestor.
He's not having it. I think what I want to do is block.
Yeah.
And then if he offers the trade, that's fine. And if he flips it up, we can Blinding Spray. Take 0 this turn, and then morph this and immediately unflip it, and bounce both his guys.
Yeah.
This seems insane.
Yeah. How likely do you think it was that he thought we were trying to flip up and not able to do it?
I just think this is unreasonable because we could even flip up, but I don't want to trade, I don't think.
That doesn't... Oh, it does trade, does it? Tilt. Alright, I would definitely not flip up now.
I think this was really bad on his part because he knows we have 1,000 wins. We can just play it and flip up.
Yeah, I think he thought that was 1,000 wins.
Yeah, but even so, he didn't kill it, right? What if we just take that?
Yeah.
We just gain all this tempo back, right?
Yeah.
So I think we just have to do it right now and then attack them both.
Sure.
Let's see. Doesn't really matter which one I have here.
Do you want to attack with both first?
No, because then they get bounced to our hand.
Oh my god.
That's a nombo.
Okay, yeah, I see what would happen there.
It would not be good. I thought about it briefly.
Yeah. Wow, then we could reuse the trample on Temur Charger.
That's true.
That is some value. Are you flipping up if he doesn't block the Charger?
Oh yeah, probably.
Tilt.
Nope, I'm not.
Yeah, him being at 9 means we have a lethal 1,000 wins Temur Charger, but we only have 1 more Force Away in the deck, right? Or we have 0, right?
0 left, because we've used...
Okay, I would try and draw Treasure Cruise.
That'd be good. I'd also draw 1,000 wins.
I would definitely accept 1,000 wins. Our opponent would be on full-blown life tilt.
Him not knowing that this is a Temur Charger is kind of useful, because
yeah,
he has a bunch of 2/3s, so, like, I can just get him next turn.
Also, we could draw Secret Plans, one-time dealer. Our opponent's in the cleanup step.
Discard.
The cleanup step is my favorite step for my opponents to be in.
Delight.
Salt Road Petrol. Alright, yeah, he's still stuck on white. Yeah, so he gets the choice of blanking 2 damage for sure, or trying to get a Traderino. Alright, he's going for it. Yeah.
Really matter. I guess look at this one trample.
Yeah, our opponent is not representing anything in the format, right?
Nope. He's representing unmorph Grim Horror specs.
You would require a morph in play for that to work, Neil. Come on.
So the real question is here, do I just play this? I mean, he knows about it. If he plays Plains Doomblast, we're screwed.
Yeah, obviously Plains Doomblast is unbeatable.
But if he just plays, like, a flyer this turn, I want to be able to attack with everything.
Or like Plains Abzan Guide.
So I think this is... Well, that doesn't matter if we attack with
flyer. We kill with flyer as well. Alright.
Right? I think we still play this.
I like it. Yeah, Abzan Falconer. Alright, he did hit Plains.
Abzan Falconer is awful for us.
Yeah, obviously.
Although, no, it doesn't have Death Touch anymore, but he can play Narrak Nightblade too.
Yeah.
It's really bad. So let's pray that doesn't happen. How's that sound? You could also have Kill Shot. You could have a lot of things that are really frustrating.
Alright, please no Abzan Falconer. One time.
I mean, you probably just have Kill Shot up, right? Like, if he doesn't outlast... So I don't think we can attack.
Okay.
That was a good reason. Alright, so I just Icy Blast both.
Yeah, Icy Blast him and Killer Arena. So, yeah, if he has exactly Dragon Scale Boon, he also still doesn't
matter.
Yeah,
he's dead. 1,000 wins.
Alright. I'm quite glad Icy Blast is in our deck.
Me too.
Wow, it's such a good combo with 1,000 wins as well. Just blast their team, untap, bounce their team.
That was a really difficult game to win.
Yeah.
Luckily, our opponent never had white mana.
We only put 1,000 wins on the stack twice. This deck can do it 4 times.
I mean,
Wait, we can do it infinity times.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
All right. This is good against Kill Shot.
Also, Abzan Ascendancy, which is a card we can never beat.
Yeah. We have Icy Blast, though, and Force... Like, do we want to cut anything? I think the 2-drops are good on the draw anyways. Blinding Spray was really good, actually. Like, it just saved our guy and a bunch of life and cycled that game, which is, like, probably as bad as it gets. I do kind of like Cancel.
I'm not sure
especially with a bunch of morphs. I mean, I think we could... Like, 2-drops are less effective in the sense that...
Yeah, I think Smoke Teller is probably on the cutting block.
They're not gonna be that aggressive.
Yeah, he does have a lot of 2/3s, which our 2-drops are pretty bad against.
Yeah, I like the 2-drops more in the play.
Yeah.
But here we're using them defensively, and that's just not that great.
Yeah.
So I think cancel's probably better.
Alright, does this mean our mana base should change to 10-9 blue, or are we still on 10-9 green?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we have...
I think I still prefer 10-9 green.
Yeah, we don't want to cancel until, like, later in the game.
But it's an important consideration.
It is really nice with all the morphs.
That's one thing people don't do enough is when you sideboard, you need to consider how it affects your mana base.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Here it was minor.
Alrighty!
We're going to keep, but, like...
We're going off, Neil, this game.
We need to draw...
We're going to draw Sagu Archer. And it's going to be the best. Okay, that was obviously insane as well.
I would be fine with Sagu Archer.
Yeah, Sagu Archer would be the nut draw.
Also Teamer Charger.
Oh my god, just flip the first Teamer Charger with the second one and draw a card with that.
Our plans are secret. Don't ever tell your opponent. Oh my god.
He's got the Retribution of the Ancient Hardened Scales combo.
Yeah. Do you think we just play Glacial Stalker this turn? I guess he can't really punish us for just putting Teamer Charger face down.
Yeah, I'm in for playing Teamer Charger. It seems like it sets up
and once we draw a green card, it's going to be
so good. It makes the top of our deck more good for us, right? There are a lot more cards that can be on top that are extremely good for us.
Alright, our opponent...
Our opponent's on Mono Black Retribution of the Ancients deck.
Yep.
Fuke it. Fuke it.
I don't know what that word means.
Me neither.
This is a family
2 lands in hand, no more land, draw.
Well, I
would make a frowny face.
Probably. That's fair.
He gave us a frowny face earlier.
Yeah. I'm afraid of doing that because it's just like he's instantly going to draw out of it, you know?
Yeah.
I usually just ignore it because I feel bad on the inside, but I never want to affect karma.
I feel great on the inside when my opponent's mana screwed. That's why MTG is boring has been called.
Well, I guess he's playing it.
Oh, he got there, Neil. Why did we say frowny face?
Abzan guy! Or Abzan banner! That's so good. I'm just going to whack him, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to draw cards.
Alrighty. Let us draw a card. We also drew our non-foil 1000 Winds for added tilt factor when we kill him with it.
Do I want to morph this up and deal 3 more? I think I'd rather trample next turn.
Yeah, I do like having trample up. I also like having the instant speed on morph for freezies.
Yeah. We are pressuring him a lot, so like...
Yeah, he's dead
Force Away is super good here.
Yeah, Force Away is going to be the best card in the entire game. Bar none. Also, just a great combo with Treasure Cruise.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you loot away a land.
I can just trade this for this.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
And play 2 guys. I like it a lot.
Alright, yeah.
I think that's better than Force Awaying this turn.
Sure, although the nice thing about Force Awaying this turn is we do get to set up a Treasure Cruise the next turn. I don't think we're going to need that to win, though.
We do trade, but I think that's fine.
Yeah, trade. Ooh. Ooh. He can't just not block.
That is maniacal.
I would try and flip up Sagu Mauler.
Yeah, I think not blocking is pretty loose on his part.
Yeah, you can't just take 6. Like, how does it get better for you? Trample itself in case you draw Dragon or become immense. Yeah.
Jeez, that'd be good. Except we didn't play a land. Probably should have played a land.
Yeah.
That would have been just unbeatably good. Alright, so now we just play both our threats, I think.
Yeah. Seems very good.
I could have also just played 1000 Winds face up. Which I think might have been better.
Yeah, it's not like he'll ever have a tapped creature this game.
But, that's okay.
Just don't flip it up during your own
To be fair, I can just flip it up next turn for a card.
Yeah, drawing a card is pretty sweet.
And just whack. So I think that's also good. He's probably holding up kill shot also. Like, if I just get to attack and he kill shots this, that's good for us.
I mean, I would definitely not flip up in that spot.
I know, but I'm saying, like,
yeah,
he kill shots this, and then... Oh! No, if he kill shots it, then we can. We just deal him 5.
Flip it up and bounce our Glacial Stalker.
That's actually awesome.
That's kind of excellent, yeah. Don't we have lethal if we just flip Force Away his Ancestor? Oh, not if he has kill shot.
Right, I want to play around kill shot, because I think he has 6 cards in hand, he just plays a 1-drop. I don't buy it.
Alright, so what if he goes Feet of Resistance?
This is so good if he kills this.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine too. Let's see.
I think we should pass the turn.
I think I want to play a Sagu Archer.
Okay.
Just cast it, and then force away whatever he plays. Like, we don't need the card off it.
Okay.
And he can't... I guess he could end hostilities.
He would need to hit...
Oh, end hostilities! If he does that, then we could save our guy.
Fuke, 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 fuke.
Alright, just passing is really good. Because if he in hostilities, we get 2 creature rebuys and draw a card.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
Alright, what do you reckon the odds are he's going to show us his hand?
I don't know. I'm going to leave now, and we're going to go to round 2.
Great.
Okay, so it looks like he's mulled to 6, and this looks like a Keeper Rooney Cappuccino.
I agree with that. This is pretty much the ideal opening hand for this deck.
Yep.
We have 3 lands and 4 spells we get to cast off.
If this was like a Force Away, then that would be like that.
Force Away, Secret Plans.
Secret Plans was good.
Yeah, Secret Plans is just a great card.
In the right deck.
Plus 0+1 your morphs is like an often overlooked thing that's just insane. It's like how Raider Spoils is. It's got 2 modes, and if you're using a bit of each, it's just great.
Yep.
Right, our opponent has gone ahead and mulliganed to 5 and kept.
Poor guy.
Poor guy indeed.
I'm not going to do Frowny Face, though, because that did not work.
Yeah, that did not work for our opponent last game. Or last match.
Didn't work for us.
He lost the match. Huh. Alright.
Speak of the Devla.
Yeah, I mean, we do have 2 Force Ways in our deck. It was like the second most or one of the most likely cards we could draw. Mystique of the Hidden Way. Alright, so our opponent has just played War Name Aspirant.
Probably just want to trade with this.
Yeah, I'm extremely interested in making a trade here. Our opponent could be like Mardu, or just like Red-White aggro.
Whatever it is.
Red-Blue aggro. Yeah, we're definitely interested in blocking here. If he goes... Okay, yeah. Things have turned out quite well for us here. He did roll
a 5. I think if our guys... I think I just want to morph this.
Yeah. Next turn, if we...
Or I can morph this. It trades up with things...
I mean, what is he going to play that it trades up with? Horde Chief?
Or maybe I play Glacial Stalker so that when we... Like, basically I want to figure out what I want to trade with if he plays a morph.
I think Teamer Charger is just better because we get to flip up and then do something else with our turn. And it can trade with more things.
Yeah, you're right.
It trades with the same things Glacial Stalker trades with for free. And it also trades with things 1 toughness bigger.
True. I think we just attack into it.
Yeah, so here we would be happier if we had a Glacial Stalker that was trading, but...
It's like not that big a deal.
Yeah,
Glacial Stalker is going to be good.
Also, we get to ping him for 1 of damage if we show him Morph. We can show him Saga Watcher and then Morph Planewalker.
Yeah, value. That seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah. His card was Canyon Lurkers. That was a great Magic card. I think that's probably the card that I rate higher than... Like, that I have more rated highly relative to everybody else.
I think it's pretty bad, but... It's nice against a bunch of people like O5s.
Yeah, it's just great against O5s deck. It trades up with, like, everything, and it's also just a great area.
Do you think he wants to trade here? I think we should offer it, because I think it might be a Saga Archer. Also, just, like, we should just attack every turn.
Yeah, even if he 1-for-1s us, like, yeah, our card is better, but he's on a mull to 5. 1-for-1s are great for us.
Yeah. Enoch Tracker.
Yeah, I would play Glacial Stalker down. There's a chance that next turn we get to cast Mystic face up. There's also a chance next turn we get to go more Force Away.
Yeah, a bunch of things we can do.
Or we can just flip up Glacial Stalker if we can hit land. I really want to hit land. Alright. Kind of wish we... we did it. So, yeah, we can't go wrong by attacking here. Okay.
Right, so no blocks, then just play this.
Play face up, yeah.
But also just cast face down and bounce this guy.
Bouncing seems pretty bad, because there's a good chance he doesn't have anything else to do.
What about just casting Saga Archer?
I feel like we're much more likely to lose if we... Because, like, what if he has 1 interactive spell in his hand? Type thing. Like,
what, and then I block? Why is that bad?
I mean, so then we both wasted a turn. He's dealing us 4 on the next turn, and we're dealing him 2.
We just get to keep attacking, though.
Alright.
I think casting this is great.
Okay.
It more incentivizes him to block our guy. There's a small chance he kills our morph now, but...
Yeah, I guess if he has, like, injury. But I feel like he would have to have exactly...
He would have already injured a lot, you know?
Like our opponent's hand can't be good.
Maybe he Aerostorms this, but I don't think we care.
I think it's pretty likely our opponent's hand is, like, 2 white cards.
We're also just pretty close to casting Mahamodigen, which I think is the mode we want this game.
It seems unlikely that he'll have many tapped creatures.
It's not going to gain a ton of tempo.
Our opponent's deck does look pretty good.
Yeah. Just all creatures.
Nothing like winning a game 1 against a good deck.
Does help.
It's one of my favorite things to do. And I like winning game 2 as well.
I kind of just like winning games.
Winning games is pretty much the goal.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so he had the opportunity to do that, or he could attack and do that with the Archer. Yeah.
This is fine. Like, we have our defense set up, so now we can just, like, play this and be pretty free. There's also a reasonable argument
playing it face down and having force away up, because then next turn we get to flip up and have force away up as well.
But I think that's bad, because if we draw an untapped land, I just want to cast Mahamudijin.
And then just go the rest of the way there with force aways.
We're just going to keep playing better and better cards.
Alright, 1 land please, dealer.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so if we don't draw land now, we get to just outlast and hold up force away.
Yeah.
If we draw land, we get to just play Mahamudijin.
Yep.
Okay.
We could have also just outlasted and morphed, but I don't like that as much.
I think that's very bad, because then we need to draw another land before we can actually activate our 5/6 flyer.
We want to start force away.
Yeah, our force away is already active.
Like, they're going to get better once we draw lands.
We do have 5 cards in our graveyard. Treasure Cruise is a massive out. Alright, we win.
Alright. Not surprised. Like, our hand was good, and you multiply.
Yeah.
All our 1/1s were good.
Game was fairly close, given the mulligan.
Yeah, I mean, it got away from him pretty quick, but he definitely put up a pretty good fight. Secret Plant's going to be great against him.
Yeah. It's just fantastic against those kind of creatures.
He seems like he's like kind of a mid-range deck, so definitely not interested in Feed the Clan.
Obviously not. He's not that fast.
Right. Cancel seems kind of bad, because he just has a bunch of, like, middling
I think his spells are probably pretty replaceable with each other, so as long as they all do the same thing, we don't really want to cancel any one of them.
All our cards are great.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's anything we're trying to take out. Right. If anything, it might be the Swift Watercliff Snowhorn plan, but I don't think that's even good, because there's nothing
I mean, it's slow, right? Like, let's say they were playing, like, 5cc, then we might want to do that, because then we want to go a little bit bigger. Yeah, I don't really see that happening.
All right. So is there any way to tell where each person was sitting on the draft, or did you have to, like, write that down when the draft was happening?
I think you had to, like, pay attention or something, but...
All right. In future, I guess I should start doing that.
Yeah, I never really do, but it's definitely, like, free value.
It's probably just plus EV, yeah.
Because knowing, like, who you passed... Like,
especially,
I passed a Doom Blast last week. Like, knowing who I passed it to is pretty relevant.
And in this draft, like, we got past a 5th pick 1,000 wins, so there are 4 people at the table that saw 1,000 wins.
Poor guy.
Oh my god. Mulligans to 4 cards.
This is, like, just not even good for the video.
This is,
if we lose, I'm going to be pretty embarrassed, so let's really try to win this game.
I agree. I'd much rather win this game than lose it.
Just, like, play the, like, basically the safest as possible. Looks like he has a lot of ways to kill early. I think I want to... Let's see. So I want to block with this one. So I'm going to play this next turn, so I should not play Smoke Teller. Because I might want to block with this.
Yeah, Highland
following turn.
Exactly.
Like, it's a little bit worse of an attacker, but we're going to use our 3 mana on Tuskguard Captain most of the
Also, there's not that much that he's representing that actually deals with Highland Game on the attack.
Yeah, I mean, we get to attack with it, right? Or we get to block if we choose, but we're probably going to attack.
In his colors, like, Gurmag Swifties would make it... Gurmag Swiftwing is basically the worst card that he could play here for our Highland game.
Yeah, and
that's not a playable card, really. Alright, so he is on Bloodfire.
So I think we just want to block that.
And play a Capitan?
Yeah, because he needs, like, multiple spells for this to go wrong for us.
Yeah, he's not in the colors of, like, a single feat doing it. It looks like he might just be straight Rakdos aggro.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Just, like, super...
It's possible that there's a white splash.
I think 2-color decks are good in this format.
Yeah, you usually see enemy pairs, but ally pairs, I guess, work too.
I want to attack.
Attack, outlast, Smoke Teller.
Smoke Teller, yeah.
Yeah, that's my line as well. I think it's pretty clear that that is the line that goes the least strong for us.
Still trades with this.
I think developing our 3rd creature is pretty important as well, because there's a chance we might want to force away next turn. If we draw land, there's a chance our line becomes force away incremental growth. So playing the 3rd creature this turn is important.
Yeah, just getting creatures in play is really important.
Also, if he removes one, incremental growth missing it in a way is a nice combo.
Agree with that.
I've done that before.
If he has 2 spells, this is bad for us, but what could those be?
It would have to be...
I can think of... So Bring Low,
Bring Low's too expensive.
Like, he Bring Lows this and still trades. That doesn't do anything. Trumpet Blast doesn't do anything. You can't Throttle.
What instance are there are 2 or less in those colors? Are there any?
I can't really think
of any. I can't think of any either. There's no gold cards in black, red.
Block.
Yeah, I think this
he might just think he's behind and he needs to make
I think the most likely thing that's going to happen here is Mardu Heartpiercer shooting our Highland game.
Oh, that would be... Okay, that makes sense too. Really doesn't do that much, but it makes sense. I think I want to attack with both and then morph a Saga Archer, because I'm happy to trade it off.
Yeah, trade there would be excellent for us. I like how our opponent Mulligan has more lands than us.
I mean, Screw is going to beat Flood. So, like, if he just draws lands, and like, eventually we're going to draw lands.
Screw already beats Flood because it has more spells, and we also have just 3 more cards than him.
So. Yeah, so this is fine.
I'm interested in making a block here.
Yeah, if he has a trick, I don't even care.
There are none in the colors that make this a bad block.
True. There's no, like, Boonavairabos, anything like that.
No.
Tricks.
Alright, so he did have the Heartpiercer as well.
I don't think he did. Because he would have played it. He would have played it last turn. Like, maybe you think maybe he was trying to get value out of us having a morph?
Possibly,
but then, like, that doesn't even make sense, because by playing the other spell, we just play the morph, and we can just block like we did, right? So...
Yeah, well, I think that his line...
He could have had it.
I think his attack there is, if he doesn't block, I'm going to play Heartpiercer and shoot the morph. And if he does block, I'm going to play the Aspirant to develop another creature that then maybe I'll get a second chance on that.
Sure, but why wouldn't he just fire it off? Like,
yeah, also this is more mana efficient. It blocks the Highland game.
I don't quite get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because we're probably going to attack, right?
So it's possible that he just top decks the Heartpiercer.
I'm just saying, from his line, there's a very strong chance that he had it last turn, but it doesn't make any sense, right? So, like, if you were in his situation, I think you just fire it off last turn.
I agree. I think
it's not going to get any better. Yeah, and I think there's a strong chance he did have it last turn and just played the wrong thing.
I'm not sure it's demonstrably... Yeah,
it's hard to tell. I think we just attack and morph Mystic.
Yeah, I like that.
Like,
we're setting up a future turn of being able to outlast Force Away as well, which is one of my favorite maneuvers.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that right now, but I'm certainly not...
It's
certainly not Force Awaying his
Heartpiercer is not an exciting card to Force Away.
No, it is not.
So we are soon going to be able to just kill him with an Icy Blast as well.
Yeah, I mean, our hand is complete gas.
Our opponent is just 7 different kinds of dead on board here.
I mean, if he has removal spell, we're in trouble. But...
It's true.
Like, if he has another Martyr Heartpiercer, things start to get kind of ugly.
Murderous Cut would be pretty good for our opponent.
Yeah. There are things he could have.
Debilitating Injury would be very good for him.
Yeah, but that's always going to be good because we have Mystic, right? So...
Clause for X equals 3? X equals 3 here does nothing, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really change anything. I think I just attack and then Pine Walker him because we can only put him to 1.
Yeah.
Like, if he spends his turn doing this, I think we're going to be able to kill him next turn.
Yeah. His deck does seem extremely good, though.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a shame. We would have had some great games of Magic.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely could lose this matchup. Like, Force Away is not great against this strategy.
Yeah, many of his creatures have actually battlefield abilities that we do not want to happen.
Jeez.
He's storming off, dude.
It's pretty crazy. So he's interested in blocking, so we just Force Away and kill him.
Yeah, Force Away killer, you know.
Force Away your Martyr Heartpiercer.
Oh, thanks, Worth. That's just where I wanted my graveyard.
Yeah, lose it every time. Poor guy, he mulled a 4.
He mulled a 5 and then 4, yeah. So we really betchered him.
Also, just like... you betcher. Like... He played a lot of spells that were good.
Yeah,
that was a really hard match.
I agree.
I would disconnect immediately if I was him.
I think he's probably on just like entire life.
We'll see how round 3 goes. So, on the play. And hand is not gas, but definitely keep.
Yeah, so we have action with a turn 3 morph.
Like, the fact that these are colorless is nice. So
we get to flip up Team Charger anyways.
Then we have 10 green sources in the deck. So there's a reasonable shot of just being able to cast Highland Game on turn 2.
It's, yeah, like, we're on the play, so we've got like about a 30% chance. Yeah. Almost exactly a 30% chance.
Yep. We did the math.
We did do the math.
Unlike the 1/10% from earlier. Bivouac.
Oh, we did it!
30%.
That was probably the best draw in the deck.
There's a small argument playing this one, but I think this is better later.
Yeah, so obviously it's sad now that we've stranded it in our hand and we don't have a green.
The thing is, this is also a 3-drop.
Yeah.
Right? So I actually want to morph this, then this one.
Yeah.
So I think this was much better.
This just sets us up for so much better lines.
Because if he kills something, I'd rather him kill this, because the Glacial Stalker's the one big threat we have, right?
We do need some kind of...
So if we trade off, then it's good, because then we can Glacial Stalk him.
Okay, it looks like our opponent is on 5 colors, because he is playing Frontier, Bivouac, and Scarab Barons.
That's usually the read I get from that.
Yeah. Oh, no!
That's disgusting.
What a nightmare.
Well, sometimes they have it.
Yeah. Well, we've been 2 for 1.
Luckily, we have Stalker and Treasure Cruise.
We get to just curve into Stalker now. Ooh.
Yep.
Alright, and we're guaranteed to be able to flip Reno it?
Yep. I want to hold up Island in case he doesn't want to kill it because of...
Stubborn Denial?
Mr. Monastery Flock.
Monastery Flock.
Like, if he just plays Debilitating Injury, there's a chance we could flip it up. I think he still would, almost no matter what, if he has that card, but, like... Let's say he has another Arc Lightning, at least he has to... I don't know. I guess he still would 2-1.
So an easy shortcut to remember is white and red are the two colors that don't have the single cost flip-ups morphs.
There's a green one.
The green one is Kindred Warden, which is less playable.
But that's like, usually you don't flip it up for 1 because it's a 3-drop, right? So,
yeah, it does take 3 to actually flip up and regen. And then the black ones are rare, so it's almost always Monastery Flock if you're thinking it's a 1-cost flip-up.
I'm going to flip it up.
Yeah. We don't have
next turn we're probably going to cruise.
Yeah. Definitely would like to go on a cruise.
Vacation of sorts next turn.
So what do you think his morph is?
Could literally be anything.
Could even be a boat.
It might just be Snowhorn Rider.
Snowhorn Rider's a reasonable read, yeah. I think...
Abomination Gudul.
Abomination of Gudul would pretty much be the worst case here. Tilt. It's probably... It's the only one he would flip up.
That was the most likely case, to be honest.
As soon as he starts tapping his lands, you know.
It's just also like the 5-color morph, right?
Right, yeah, it's definitely the best one in the deck. Alright, Mountain has entered the graveyard zone.
We're like in reasonable shape here, though.
Yeah, I think we're not that far behind.
Depends how good our cruising is.
Yeah, obviously we're just casting Opportunity here or whatever, -1. Okay.
That was pretty bad.
That was not what I was looking for. We don't even get to cast Incremental Growth.
It's kind of a disaster.
Yeah.
Thousand Winds is pretty good against this card.
1000 Winds is insane against that card, but unfortunately you can't ambush it.
Not easily, that's for sure.
Not unless they have Brave the Sands out.
Yeah, ambush it that way, sure.
Yeah.
You can still bounce it. It's pretty relevant.
Yeah, bouncing it is definitely good.
Is he going to go on a cruise?
Could be that. Hoot hoot. Alright.
That's pretty
That's very
irrelevant.
bad against Glacial Stalker.
Agree with that.
So, we're also, because our opponents decided to delve not for the full amount, we're pretty sure that he has more things in his deck. Alright, so...
Attack.
Attack is obviously correct.
Then I think we just play 1000 Winds.
Yeah, so if we just play it, we've got 2 lethal attackers next turn with Become Immense.
Yeah, there's a pretty small chance you can kill it, too.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, if he has a way to kill it, he probably would... I guess so if we played it face down, he would probably kill the Stalker, but...
It's pretty easy for him to like kill it with a small point-and-click spell.
Injury or something, yeah.
And it's just like kind of awkward because it's probably not going to get that much value, right? Like, if we could morph it and hold up Become Immense to protect it, I think that might be worth it. But we were 1 short of
that. Yeah, we were off by 1.
So I think I would have made that line if possible. Because then he attacks us, and then we get to swing back.
Yeah. Okay, I would not block.
Yeah, I think we just take it.
Unless we're worried about kill shot. Because this line could also be a kill shot line, right? He could be thinking we're not going to block here.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, if I'm going to block, I'm going to block the Abomination.
Even then, like, everything in the format is good for him.
Awaken the Bear.
Awaken the Bear is what I was worried about as well, yeah.
I mean, he's not really an Awaken the Bear deck, it looks like. But, like, if he has Spring Low... Although he could also just hold these things back for that.
Yeah.
But if he kill shots this and lets this through, we can Become Immense. So this is already lethal, so I think we just let it through.
It's possible that he has nothing.
He wants to draw
He needs to draw here, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But I think blocking's loose.
I agree. I think that the downside on him drawing 1 card... Okay, it would be Dragon Scallyboon. Yeah, this is Dragon Scallyboon, right?
Sure. If that's the case, it's great for us. Just because...
We have Become Immense for lethal now.
Yeah, we have 2 lethals.
So he needs to hit... He needs to have something relevant here. Crippling Chill would be a good one.
That would be really good. What do you discard? Land? Alright.
Tranquil Cove, yeah.
Luckily, also, tap land doesn't pull him out of range, which is nice.
It is extremely close.
I mean, I am literally going to go for it next turn, because...
We just can't not go for it after not blocking.
Alright. Especially because our hand sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go to combat.
Yeah, because we can't beat him if he has, like, a relevant spell or 2 anyways.
I agree with that. We took most of the Force aways, so unless he has...
Yeah, there's 1 we passed.
And I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah, he doesn't have Kill Shot up.
He could have Teamer Charm, so I should play around that. Although if he Teamer Charms, I at least want to make him fight, so I should hold up 3.
Yeah, fair enough. Also, we have no further Devil spells in our deck.
Yeah, but this is just strictly correct, right? Like, it's pretty bad if he has Tumor Charm still, because he can fight.
Yeah.
When we did pass a Tumor Charm in the draft, but...
yeah, there was one in the Thousand Winds
Mana Leak is worse for us.
Okay.
I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, the longer our opponent tanks here, the more worried I am. Please concede. Please, senior. One time.
His deck's pretty sweet.
His deck's extremely sweet.
I like Dragon Scale. Oh no, my middle mouse button's working. I like Dragon Scale Boon in the format. It's like good in slow decks and good in fast decks.
Yeah, it's definitely one that. Ooh, he's passed prior or okay. He's let it resolve. Great.
All right, we did it. I was sweating that one. Cancel's pretty good against him, I think.
Yeah, he does have some pretty big haymakers.
I actually like the small creatures. I think Blinding Spray might be a little bit loose.
It could
really
be
slow.
Yeah,
I think Cancel might just be better.
His creatures are evasive as well, so we can't really set up like block Blinding Spray, which is the kind of the dream, right?
Yeah, like he's just trying 1-for-1 us, and Blinding Spray is good against like creature interaction.
Yeah, Blinding Spray is great against a deck that doesn't care about card advantage.
There's also a small chance we won't discard
Whirlwind out of
it because he can't kill it.
It's true, although...
But then we'd have to cut like our early game, and I think our early game's good.
Yeah, I think it's really important for us that we play a 2-drop.
Yeah, so I think we just want to submit.
I agree. Alright, so our opponent didn't sideboard for long. Alright, we have to keep this hands. Yeah.
If we hit lands, we're in great shape.
We have Thousand Winds number 2. Alright, we did it.
We just want like a bazillion in a row, but...
Curving Thousand Winds into Thousand Winds is a nice one. Because you have to play one face up, and then the next turn flip up your one that was face down.
That's true. We're going to walk some pines soon.
Yeah. Walking the pines.
Coming to a theater near you. Morph Arena. That's a good one. Oh, we can morph this one.
Ooh. Please block. Please block. Tilt.
Should have played my land first, just to bluff.
Awaken the Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we weren't going to use it anyways...
What this show... Yeah, like, there's a chance if you have Awaken the Bear, you don't even play the
land there. If I had Awaken the Bear, I would definitely not play the land. Because I would not be using it there, and I would want my opponent to think I didn't have it.
So do we block knowing he has Dragon Scale Boon? I think we do.
If he plays Dragon Scale Boon, is it bad news for us? Not really.
Well, we have incremental growth here.
Yeah, also, this doesn't even let us do Become Immense next turn to get through.
No mania, like no one would just leave up 4 there, I don't think.
So
I think this is fine, because we just want to basically curve into this, right?
Yeah.
Because incremental growthing is insane.
Hold up blue again.
Yep, always hold up blue. Just because, why wouldn't you?
The flock is just such a more realistic thing to represent than Country Warden.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Also, you're incidentally representing Stubborn Denial.
There's also just, like, Country Warden just doesn't block, so...
Yeah.
Holding a green doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
Alright, so now he might actually have Dragon Scale Boon. I mean, we could just incremental growth, and then... go 1, 2, 3.
And then if he has Boon, he doesn't get to block anything, yeah?
Yeah, and if he wants to trade, I'd rather him trade the Smoke Teller, so I'd rather make a big pine one.
Well, he gets a hidden... it looks like he's eating our Morph, but in fact he's trading with it, so I think that's probably what he would do.
Yeah, so here, right?
Yeah, so 1 there.
1, 2.
2.
And
3.
Although there is a chance of 1, 2, 3, because then when we flip this up, like, we can attack with everything, and then when we flip this up next turn, we have 2 5/5 plus for Archer's Pair. That's true. So I think that's much better.
Okay.
So I think 1, 2, 3 is the best.
Yeah. Well, we can't even have 6 because we have action here.
And so if he just tries to eat our Morph, it's actually really good for us.
Yeah.
We have to show him the Become Immense, but that's fine.
I mean, it's not like that makes it any more likely he can beat it.
This is a delight.
You literally just did a podcast about when they have Dragon Scale Boon represented. Yeah. And now it's happening all the time.
I'm pretty happy about this.
Yeah.
We're really smart.
Oh,
Alright, So turn this up. Show you this card, which is a little bit awkward.
Can you beat this?
Alright, whatever. Target
I would give us Archer's Parapet Trample.
Yeah, that was probably a better line.
Yeah.
I might have made a mistake.
The throws.
But I think this is great, because now these both get through Parapet.
Yeah. This was a fantastic line.
Yeah, it was pretty smart.
Also, don't we just have 2 lethal attackers?
We just literally one-for-2'd them.
Yeah.
It's insane. And we have a 5/5 and a 4/4.
What's his revealed card?
It's a Kumar Bonkin, I think.
Oh, well, there's a card in revealed then.
Kumar Bonkin, because it's the morph that died.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So now we just play our land and attack with both.
Sure.
He knows he has to block because we showed him
we have become events, yeah.
So he's just on Chumperinos.
I mean, he's also just dead if he doesn't... Yeah, GG, he says.
GG. Alright.
GG.
Oops. I was going to say GG, but we did it. Good job. High five.
Great draft.
I hope you guys enjoyed that, because it was certainly a delight.
I agree.
Yeah.